So here's my opinion on why I think a lot of Eastern religions that understand oneness and enlightenment, why I think some of the religions do take it too far. Like, can't remember what his name was, but there's this guy who raised his hand for, like, I don't know, his whole life or something like that. He's this old, like, sage yogi type guy, right? He's got his hand up and, like, it's like bone because he's literally had it up and is a form of devotion, right? Ultimately, Source wanted to experience that, so whatever. I ain't hating on him, but I don't know. Source, God pretends to go through all this stuff for different reasons, right? I do not think that's the highest level, no. I feel like you're ignoring the body. The body is, you don't be attached to the body, but at the same time, don't be like, it's worthless, I'm just going to waste it, because there's someone who's born who has to go through karma, obviously, who would have wished to have an arm. They lost their arm in an accident. This dude's over here wasting it, Like, I know some of these enlightened beings, like, be like, oh, well, bodies are expendable, I could just incarnate and get another one. Like, it's kind of like if you have an excess of food, man, that don't mean you just throw it away, You give it to someone who will make use of it, right? Who needs food, right? And obviously I'm not telling you to eat your arm. I'm saying, like, instead of you devoting to God by raising your hand for, like, your lifetime and wasting it, there's no returning that, man. It's stuck in that position, bro. That's all it knows now. The body learned that memory, right? Instead of doing that, how about the real way to, like, devote to God is to use that realization and use that hand to serve others, to help others, Instead of just holding it up there, like, God will give you the medal for trying, but, like, you know what I mean? But ultimately, that perspective had to learn that, and will learn. But ultimately, it's all in the whole. It's all perfect. It's fine. But it's definitely not the highest level. So you got to be careful when you see people that are like yogi-looking people, or they got the third eye mark. Like, you can't just assume. Not everything's as black and white as the mind wants to make it. Like, you're a spiritual seeker, and you're like, oh. That guy looks like he knows what he's doing. Yeah, that guy looks spiritual. He's wearing beads. He's doing all this stuff. Yeah, gotta be careful. That's why external, like, I almost said validation. External, like, wisdom doesn't mean anything if it doesn't reflect the truth, the internal truth that's in yourself. The only guru you should be following is the God within. Yeshua says the kingdom is within you, and he means it, there is only God, but you can't, the external is just illusions, right? And you gotta find it inside of yourself, there's nothing out here that's gonna do anything. So looking at these people for advice, yeah, sure, some can point you in the right direction, but just as, like, the Bible says, there's a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing, so. And that's with any religion, because ultimately all the religions are trying to talk about, like, are trying to point to what I'm talking about. They have just lost it. Hold on, I'm about to back up and let this dude go. Hold on, I'm about to let this guy go. Hold on. See, a little random acts, Anyway, yeah. Just be careful. Be careful who you're following, just because they appear to have it all figured out. And I don't know if maybe it's just me, but having your hand up like that and mutilating your body, to me, that's not figuring it out. But who am I to judge? It's his path. That's what he's got to do. Gotta do that. Might have a big laugh when it's all said and done. But yeah.